Welcome to the Valor Gmail Basic Training. The goal of this training is just to get you quickly up to speed on how to use the web interface in Gmail. For some of you, you might still be using Outlook for most of your mail, but occasionally you'll need to come to the web interface, and so we want to show you a little bit of how that's going to work. If you go in your browser to mail.google.com and log in, if you already have a Gmail account, this should be very familiar, so I'm going to log in as sample student at govalor.com. And so yours would be first.last at valorchristian.com if you're a staff member. And then enter your password, and then sign in. This is the interface that you'll see. You can see it's fairly similar to what you're used to. You've got labels and folders over here, and all of your folders should have come up when we migrated, so you shouldn't have lost anything. You have a chat window here, which you can use to chat with colleagues, other people on the domain. It's kind of a nice feature, but I know some people who don't like it. You can sign out if you don't want people to contact you that way. That's fine. Really quick, to read emails, you'll see them here. If you receive a new email, it'll be in white. All of these are red emails, so they're in gray. You can click on an email to read it, just like normal. It opens up, and to reply, you can reply here. If it's something you need to reply all, you can choose reply all instead of just a reply. In this case, there's only 2 people in the conversation, so there's no reply all feature there. And you can enter your reply in this little box here. You've got some basic formatting features if you click on the A. So you can change things to bold, italics, underline. You can add colors to the text. You can change justification, numbering, or bullets. You can use those, and you can indent those ordered lists or unordered lists. If you want to remove formatting, let's say you copy and paste something into this and it's all formatted weird, you can select it all and remove formatting there. Okay, so just some basic things. You can attach files. Just click Attach File and then go into your Finder and find the file you want to attach and attach it there. If you get used to using Google Drive, you can insert files from Drive. If you want to insert a photo, you can insert a photo. Click on the photo. And again, you'll have to choose the file and go and find it to insert it. You can insert emoticons if you want to. You can also insert a calendar invitation right from Gmail without having to go to your calendar. So if you click that, just give a what, a when, who you're going to send it to is going to be whoever you're addressing this email to. And then the calendar you want it to go on. Usually it'll be your default. You can put a description, and you can send them a calendar invite right from Gmail. If you start writing, you decide you don't want this, well, you can discard this draft here. So I'm going to go ahead and discard this draft. Okay. So that's how you reply to emails. In order to compose emails, you just click this nice big red button that says Compose. And if you're composing an email, you can click the 2 and see your contacts. Here's all contacts. Students are here. You can search for contacts. So let's say I wanted to email Abby Davis. Okay, well, there's her email address. And everybody in the domain is already set up here. In fact, I could just start typing Abby Davis, and it'll pop up with her email address. If you need to add a CC or a BCC, you can add those as well. Input your subject here, and then just start typing with the same formatting features. You got the formatting here, attachments here. Very simple compose window, but some nice features there. If you decide you don't need it anymore, you can discard it and it's gone. So that's how you compose email. Some quick settings you'll probably want to set up the first time you run it. You can go into, click on the gear icon and go to Settings. And one of the things you'll probably want to do immediately is add a signature. So here you can go to one of your signatures. I'm going to discard changes here. Let's go to here. And I'm just going to copy the existing signature. And then I'm going to go ahead and come over to Settings and paste that signature. And so this is sample student. You can put your name there, put your title, and then everything else should be fine. Okay, I would check insert this before quoted text and replies. Otherwise, it goes at the very end and they don't actually see it. The other thing that it's good to know about these settings is your out of office. Now, instead of using Outlook or remote.valorchristian.com, you can use this interface, or you need to use this interface to set your out of office, and it's called Vacation Responder. So just set your Vacation Responder on. You can say the first day you want it to do, and you can tell it specifically when to end, or you can come back and just turn it off once you're done. So if I have a vacation from August 9th to August 12th, I'm going to take a 4-day weekend. I can say out of office, and then I can leave a message directing them where to go if they really need to reach me, or who to contact instead. And then once I save changes, it'll automatically respond that way for me. And it's nice that after August 12th, it'll just automatically turn off, so you don't have to worry about coming back in and turning it off. Okay, so that's your out of office account. Now, if you're coming from Outlook, you're probably used to labels, or I'm sorry, to folders. Gmail has labels, and if that bothers you, then don't worry about it. These labels can operate just like folders. So I can, right here you see these dots on the side, I can grab an email and just drag it to one of my labels and treat it just like a folder. And now it's out of here and it's in that folder. Okay? But the nice thing about labels is that you can actually apply more than one label to an email. So if I have an email here, and say this is from a specific person and it's about a specific subject, and I've got a label for that person and a label for that subject, I can actually come here and say, you know what, I want this label and I want this label, and then what will happen is it'll appear in both of those label folders. So labels are a little nicer than folders in that you can organize things a little bit better by assigning more than one label to an existing email. Okay. Now that we're on Gmail, I'm going to encourage you, there's no reason to delete email. If it's an advertisement, or if it's, some kind of, it's part of a mailing list that you don't really care about, those things are okay to delete. But for the most part, anything that's interpersonal communication, there's no reason to delete it. You can just take it and archive it. Archiving it will send it out of your inbox. You see it's not in my inbox anymore. But if I come down here, click more and see all mail. You say, well, that's really far down there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drag it and bring it up a little bit further. Okay, so all mail. Now you can see that email is still there. It wasn't deleted. It was just archived, so it's out of my email address. So there's no reason to delete email. Using the web interface, you can just archive it. You have 30 gigabytes. We ran a report and we found that the person with the largest mailbox had 6 gigabytes of email used. So that person's been here for 6 years. That means it'll take another 25 years or so, 24 years for him to actually hit his limit. So there's no reason to delete stuff. You can just archive stuff, and we have plenty of space for that. If you need to get to your calendar, just click this calendar link at the top. We've got a very nice calendar system here. It defaults to week view. You can see your week. You can change it to month, or you can see a specific day. You can see agenda view, which is a list of things, and you can see the sample student has no items there. I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and come over to My Calendars and expand this list so you can see if you've got multiple calendars in Outlook, those all should have gotten moved up, and you should be able to see them here. If you have somebody that you have delegated your calendar to, they will see that calendar right here as well. And if you have a delegated calendar, they'll see that calendar there. They can make changes to it as well. If you need to share your calendar and you're using Outlook, instead of using Outlook to share the calendar, you need to come here to the Google interface to share it. So if I wanted to share my calendar, I can click on this, choose this calendar, make sure My Calendars is open, choose the calendar I want to share, and just click the little the arrow that's next to it. Go down to share this calendar, okay? And all I need to do is enter an email address. So let's say I want to share this calendar with Donna Hines. Okay, so it's going to auto-complete that, and then I can choose I want her to see all event details, or I just want her to see if I'm free or busy, or I want her to be able to make changes to events, or I'm going to give her full, complete access, basically the same access as, that I have to my calendar. Um, and then once I do that, I just come down here and click Save, and Donna will get an email saying, sample student shared a calendar with you, and then she will just see it. I can say that. She will see it here in her list. So she'll have her calendar, it says Donna Heinz. She'll have any other calendars that she's imported, and then she'll see sample student there at the bottom because it's been delegated to her. She'll be able to post events to that. All right. Once it's shared, it should get synced down to Outlook for the person that you've delegated it to, so they can manage your calendar in Outlook, but the actual sharing needs to happen within the Google interface. There are several other tools that are available to you within the Google Apps system, and the more you learn about them, the more effective and efficient and productive I think you'll be. But please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly, and I can come up and help you work through anything that you're struggling with. Thank you very much.